Hi, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for makeup for job interviews and all that sort of stuff. There is going to be a bit of noise in the background because the birds outside won't shut up and my mum's in the living room and she's watching TV. So I apologise right now. It's going to annoy me as much as it probably is going to annoy you, but it's what I get for living at home. So first things first, I'm going to moisturise my face. I'm using just One by Simple. The reason why I use it is because it doesn't irritate my skin as well as other clients' skins and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna run that over. Any excess, just rub it on your arms and hands. That's what I do. It's good for your skin anyway. And then rub it over your eyes as well. I hate having the feeling of dry eyes. It's so uncomfortable. But yeah, and after that I'm going to use a primer. I've actually been using two primers. I'm going to be using Collection 2000's Primed and Ready and Smoother by Maybelline as well. Both kind of do the same job, but I feel they both work better if they're combined. It's just that on their own I don't really like them. I mean, the Collection one, it's okay. I mean, it's only £1. I feel it does work better than the Smoother, but I think it works better with the Smoother. I know people will be telling me not to do it, but my choice. I just put some on my eyes just to give me more of a base. I do use eye primer as well. So just rub that all over your face. And now I'm just going to do concealing. Actually, I'm not going to put foundation on. I need to do concealing because my face is all red and I've got dark circles under my eyes because I've been a bit stressed lately. I need to kind of get all things. My hands are covered in primer. I don't know how that's going to help. I'll be right back. So now that I've actually managed to open my concealers, I'm going to start placing the green like on any red areas. So that'd be my nose, generally T-zone areas. I don't really get that many spots, but for some reason, if you see me wandering off here, it's because I've got a mirror here. I do have really red skin at some parts of it. It's really annoying. I prefer to use my fingers for this because then that way you don't really waste product. And I might look all greeny and like Shrek out, but once I put the foundation on it, you won't be able to see it. Now I'm going to put the lilac on. I'm just going to place it on my eye and hide. I know some people say that you should use yellow, but I feel that lilac works better because I've got relatively small eyes and it highlights, so it opens my eyes and makes them look bigger. I just prefer to use it. So now I'm going to go over with the pan stick and just run it over skin. I prefer to do triangles on my cheeks just because they're so red and I like a good coverage. I hate having the red shine through in the foundation. And what I also do is I dampen my sponge. This has already been dampened. And I always feel that when I put my sponge on the skin to blend out my foundation that it takes off, so I also put some foundation on my sponge just to stop it from rubbing off on my face as much. Just blend that in. Now, the reason why I'm doing my foundation before I do my eyes is that I'm going to show you a technique a technique that I use to correct it. And I feel that it works well. I mean, probably a lot of people do it, but some people might not know what to do. Just blend that out. Blend it down into your jawline, and if you need to go over some of the areas again, like the red areas, a little bit. It's not so much. I think it's just because it's too warm in here for me. For some reason, whenever I do my makeup, it is always scorching hot, and it annoys me because my skin goes even redder. And just run it over your eyes as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, it's actually a new, well it's not, probably not new, it's new to me. It's by Body Shop. It's the extra virgin minerals. The reason why I've started using these is because they're not tested on animals. I tend to find that they're quite expensive though. I mean, that's the only downside to it, is that they're really expensive. I mean, if I was going to spend like £16 on a powder, I would have at least gotten it from a high-end brand, but I was actually surprised with the quality that they produce. So you're just going to run that over your skin. You might want to shake some more through. It's quite fine, this powder. Also, don't do a translucent one, which is a shame. Well, the shop that I was at didn't do a translucent one. Maybe the other ones do, but I prefer to have a translucent powder so that I can take it to shoots and stuff like that. But hey ho, you can't even. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my bronzer and my highlighter, and I'm going to do some highlighting and contouring. You don't really want to do too much highlighting and contouring because, well, not so much, it's, you don't want to use too much bronzer because it will really give you, it won't look as good, and I'll show you a technique that I use to tone it down as well. So just apply it to your cheekbones. I'm actually going to use two bronzers. The first bronzer I'm using is Hoola by Benefit. So just run that into your cheekbones. If you don't have prominent cheekbones like I do, you can use your brush or your finger to find it and then just run it under. But I have prominent cheekbones. And then run it up into the temple. I know you can't really see because of my hair and because I'm trying to look in the mirror at the same time. But just run it down and up. I also sometimes prefer to go around in a long circular motion, if that makes any sense to you at all. Just really give it a good blend. That's a bit too dark for me, so I will tone it down. I'll just blend it a little bit more, just so it's not as in your face. Also, what you're going to want to do once you've like taken it out, well, not taken it out of the box, but put it on your brush, you're also going to want to tap it on your wrist. because as you can see, if you apply too much of it, it goes. Actually, in the mirror it doesn't look as bad as it does in the camera. But just keep blending it so that it's not as bad looking. Then you're going to want to take the excess that's on your hand and you're going to want to do your other cheek. Sometimes it's not really enough, so you might want to take some more at your own risk though. I have got a fan brush to do this with, but I prefer to use a normal brush. Fan brushes, I feel they're better for contouring on your nose. Which feels better for more nighttime. I hate my hair. So this is like roughly the right consistency that you want it. This is like the right amount that you want. This is a really bad amount. I apologise. But I'm only human. So I'll just get some more. I'll just get some more powder and I'm just going to put it on the same brush. And I'm just going to push it in to the heavier cheek. You might want to pour some more out as well. You don't know how much it's going to take to fix it. Roughly about, it shouldn't take too much to fix it. It does mute it down, make it more of a muted colour. I think the problem is that this is far too warm to do it with, but I haven't really got any other bronzers until I get paid. Oh yeah, another thing is I quit my job. Main reason being was that I was being bullied and I felt like I didn't want to work there anymore. I'm going to change my brush because it's just not doing what I wanted to do. I just felt that I could have done much better than that job. So I left it. Plus I was being bullied by someone who was absolutely a vile creature. And I decided enough was enough. You know, there's only so many weekends that you can do without having a social life. And my social life was really suffering. So see, that's muted it down a tiny bit so it doesn't look as bad. Now you're going to want to get your high beam by Benefit. The reason why I changed to high beam was I felt that powder highlighters were pretty awful. So I changed. I was just like, no, I'm not having this. So what I do is a sort of half smile and then I run it up. And run my finger along it. So you're sort of patting it on. As I say, the reason why I'm not using a brush is because it's such a waste. And the same goes for a sponge as well. Gonna want to run it down your nose a bit as well, and a bit on your cupid's bow, and a tiny bit on your chin. Just so that it looks as though it's placed in the areas where the sun would naturally hit you. And I'm going to get another bronzer. This is my favourite bronzer, and I'm going to basically contour my forehead. You don't want to do it too heavy, you just want to do it very lightly. You're going to want to, because you want to make your face into the perfect oval. And you're going to want to run. I've got a little bit, I've gained weight, so I'm just going to run it under here as well, just to shed off a couple of pounds. I wish. And then you're going to get another brush, and you're going to get whatever colours closest. I'm going to use these two colours on the Coastal Scents blush pad. So these two, I like to mix them because they look really nice when they're mixed together. Just pat it on your wrist, and then just run it in between where you've put your highlighter and your bronzer, just so that it pulls it together. You can't really see it in this lighting. I have got the light on, believe it or not, but due to it being daylight, which I fucking hate, absolutely hate daylight and sunlight. I like when it's raining and it's miserable. Like me. And that's basically your foundation base for it. Now for the eyes, as a primer I'm going to use Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's the matte one you can't really see because it's rubbed off. I've used it that much. But this is a really, really good product. It's one of my favourite products. So just rub that over your eye. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, we're doing eye makeup for it now. Sorry. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a brush, preferably a clean one, and you're going to get your white eyeshadow. I'm using Rimmel because my 120 palette ran out, which is quite annoying. Wasn't a particularly good palette anyway. I was quite disappointed with it, especially when it had arrived and it was broken. But we're not going to go into that. So just run that along your brow bone. It's not going to be as in your face. This is just, you want it to be like as natural as possible. This is just to apply it. This brush, and then you're going to take a fluffy brush and blend it a little bit, because they do judge you by your makeup. I'm not going to lie. So just pat it on. Fluffy brush. Where are you? You were there a minute ago. I talk to my brushes. I'm weird, I know. There it is. You just get your fluffy brush and just blend it out. This is one that I got in my makeup kit when I was in college. It's not the best of brushes, but it's good for blending out. It's not great for applying. It's a total nightmare for applying. So just blend it out a bit more. bearing in mind you're still gonna do a really blended cut crease. Sorry, my mum walked through. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna apply the white to your eyelid. So you're just gonna want to lift your eyebrow up so that you can get into your full lid. And just pat on. I don't know why I keep closing it. And just run it into the corners of your eyes as well. Because you want to make your eyes look quite big. You want to fix any imperfections that you have so that there's more chance of you being employed. See, because my eyes are quite small and I feel that they're close together. You're going to want to get just your fluffy brush and you're going to want to blend it a wee bit. Just because you don't want it to be like too white, you just want a tiny bit of it to show. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get just quite a light brown. I'm going to mix two browns, just going to mix these two. I'm going to start off with this one though. So, sorry, she walked through again. Honestly, see the sooner these schools go back, the better. Oh, I can't be doing this. Anyway, so you just get a new brush and you just want to lift your eyelid and you're going to want to find your eyebrow bone. And you're just going to want to run this brown just on your eyebrow bone. Then do the same on the other one. Here we're going to want to get a fluffy brush. This is just to place it. This isn't to bring it into detail. You don't want to have too much of a dramatic eye. You don't want to look too dramatic. You just want to look nice. Then you're going to want to add the slightly darker brown. You don't want to add too much of it. Just really want to add it to the end, the edge, like that. Reason why I'm not lifting my eyelid anymore is I can see where it's been plotted and stuff. So that I don't really need to guess anymore. But I will have to blend it out. This hair is doing my head in. So I'm just blending it in. As you can see, not a massive difference. Sometimes I feel I don't need to lift it after a while. One, my arms get sore, and two, you can see it. And just keep blending and blending. So my eyes do look a bit bigger. And what you're going to want to do is, I haven't got that much to clean up, but if you notice, I've went over and out, because I've went over the line it's supposed to come up here, it makes my eyelid look as though it's drooping, although I do have droopy eyelids. But if you get a cotton bud and place it right, you'll see what needs to be cleaned. So I need to get rid of this bit here. What you do is you wet your cotton bud. You wet the other side. And just run it. I prefer to run it down and then back up. And you're gonna want to do the same on the other eyelid as well. So you're going to take, actually not that much to do, and just run it down. That's because droopy eyelids aren't really that great a look. I don't like them. I don't like a lot of things. I hate a lot of things. Right now I'm quite a bitter person right now. You're just going to want to run a bit of green there as well, because for some reason I get redness at my eyes. And just run a bit of foundation as well. Just going to use my finger. You can still see it, so I'm just going to dot the pan stick. Do the same again in the other eye. Hi, sorry, I keep having problems with my camera. So what you do is you just get your black eyeshadow, and you're just going to want to use it basically as a liquid eyeliner, but obviously it's not going to be liquid eyeliner. So just place it along the top of the lashes. Just along there. And do it on the other side. I don't like going fully across because it's just, it makes my eyes look too close together if I do that. And just do the same on the bottom. And just blend it and make it meet in the corners. And after that you're going to want to do your eyebrows, and you're going to want to mix sort of a brown that's close to your colour, and if you can't get a brown that's close to your colour, maybe it's too dark, just add a touch of black. That's what I do. So I feel that my hair colour is a bit dark, which I absolutely hate. Just follow the natural line of your brow. I've already combed mine today, so they actually need to be plucked though. It's just finding some of the times you just can't be bothered with it. I feel it's so painful at times. Just follow your natural brow. So I absolutely hate blocking my eyebrows. And lips are optional to you. I don't particularly like adding lipsticks. I can feel that it's a bit, you know, too much, but sometimes I add a bit of a lip tint. I wouldn't say lip tint, but it's like tinted lip conditioner. I've got one by e.l.f. This doesn't really go with my skin tone, but I'm only going to put a tiny bit on it. It's the only one that I have. The other one's just far too bright. So just a tiny bit. Not much. It's actually close to my natural lip colour. And then just put on your mascara and you're done. I'm going to add in pictures at the end, so yeah, that's it. Bye!